is Mitch Folson. I'm a PhD student at Carnegie Mellon in mechanical engineering. Like a lot of people, I've been getting really excited about ChatGPT and all of its uses. I use it a lot in my software development, but I was wondering, like, how can we improve, mechanical engineers to be able to design stuff in a similar prompt-based fashion? So, trying to find a software-based CAD program, I came up to this program called OpenSCAD, and it can be downloaded online for a variety of different devices. And I thought I would give it a shot to see if ChatGPT is able to generate any sort of information that's useful for a project like this, where it leverages a lot of the advantages of the text-based system. So I've already played around a little bit, but we'll get started and say a simple thing like design a cube of size 20, we'll specify millimeters in OpenSCAD. And we'll scroll down. And here's how to design a cube in OpenSCAD, and we'll see that this works exactly how we would expect. And now it's actually going to give us some interesting other examples of things that we can do with the cube, like translate it and rotate it, and some of the other features that might not necessarily have been known beforehand. And we can just check that those compile and work appropriately. As we can see, the original cube is now moved and translated and rotated from the final location. Now, my big thing that I thought would be really fun and interesting is, can we tell it to add holes at a certain depth on the top face in a particular formation? Maybe it's like a base amount or something like that. So let's see if ChatGPT can handle something like that. So add 2 holes on the top face of the cube that go down by 5 millimeters and are spaced 5 millimeters apart from each other. And we'll see if I can figure out how to do this. I played around a little bit, and it seemed to have struggled some with the Boolean operators that are in OpenSCAD. So the way that OpenSCAD works is that it has these Boolean operators, the difference and the union, to be able to combine these simple primitives together. And so now we're going to see you can add holes to the top face of the cube using translate cylinder function and OpenSCAD. And here's an example of 2 holes on the top face that are spaced 5 millimeters apart from each other and go down 5 millimeters. So let's see. So they definitely created 2 holes, but didn't understand what I was actually looking for. So one, looks like the cube is, the cylinders are not in the correct location, and instead of doing the difference operation, it just created 2 cylinders. Now, if we had done something, like a lot of the problems with ChatGPT, we can always correct it ourselves, and maybe it's not about the end result, but just having the template to be able to work off of. So if we do the difference, and let's see where are these positioned. Let's just translate. I don't think these need to be actually intersecting. So now if we did the difference Boolean, we should be able to see that we cut a hole. But GPT struggled pretty hard, and even I struggled there to be able to get the dimensions correct. But in my opinion, I think something like this, where we can convert a lot of the historic CAD, I don't know, SolidWorks, and a lot of those things, they probably have some underlying software that we can directly communicate with and retrain a GPT model to be able to better, create mechanical systems that satisfy the constraints in a prompt-based manner, so that a lot of the boilerplate mechanical design doesn't necessarily have to be done by engineers by hand anymore. The patterns and all of those different sorts of clicks that we have to do, obviously engineers are much better, but I thought this would be a fun video to try to instigate some interesting conversations about CAD and ChatGPT. Thanks.